And there it is, the aftermath of Slay the Spire 2 hiring Anita Sarkeesian. Oh, wait, you can't see me. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn off my Palantir invisibility cloak. I'm testing it for them, you know? So, wait, I'll turn it off. Bam! Oh, visible. Palantir, friend of the show, by the way. In any case, it is real. Boys, this is a massive victory for gamers. Because when the Slay the Spire 2 controversy happened, I thought it's just gonna end with a couple of negative reviews on Steam. And the impact has been so much larger. And this is amazing, because I did not think that this is honestly gonna happen. I did not think that the impact is gonna be this large and actually feelable. Because you need to understand, Slay the Spire 2 is the most normie-filled game of all time. Half of the people playing this have no idea who the she-devil even is. Yeah, they have no idea. They have never heard it. They just go to their 9 to 5s, come back home, and then, you know, just do whatever normies do. But we made an impact, and this is amazing. And we can see it. An impact is actually pretty large. Slay the Spire, obviously, when you look at the SteamDB graph, we know that it's going down. It's obvious. It has to go down at some point, and it's going. It's going down slowly. But then, when you look at the actual graph and look at when all of this started, and it honestly started roughly around the 7th, there is a pretty noticeable point where just things start going down. Because this is supposed to be a high point. This is when Slay the Spire has more players and so on and so on. You know, this is the high point, and after that, the drop. The drop is way, way, way bigger than anticipated. This is like a 20% plus drop. Actually, 20% is underestimating it. Nah, it's a 20-ish% drop. It's fine. This is something that Marathon sees on a regular basis, and Marathon is doing horribly. Now, granted, Slay the Spire, nothing will stop it from being a successful selling game, but it is here. This proves that the next time that Slay the Spire releases a DLC, Slay the Spire 3, which is inevitably going to come out, obviously, at this point, it's not going to do as well. People are gonna remember. I'm gonna make videos. There's gonna be 15 more channels that make videos about this. There's gonna be a massive amount of people saying that Slay the Spire 3 betrayed gamers and recounting all of the atrocities they did in the culture war. It's gonna be massive. The impact is gonna be real. Again, the amount of people who actually stop playing because of this is visible. Because when you look at this, you see this? You see this? 190k, 193, 195, 2, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is Sunday, so it goes a little bit up. You see this? This has been remarkably consistent for a very, 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 very long time. And there it is, the 7th of May, D-Day, boys. Literally, gaming D-Day. Another one, because we have those quite often, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. And that's it. This thing is... This number on Steam is kind of an almost average. It's not a pure average, so we're not taking the top here and the bottom here and dividing them. Or maybe we are, I'm not sure. Maybe Steam changes something. But this number is significantly going to go down now. It's going to go noticeably down. And here is the biggest drop. Again, we're talking about an impact that actually has kind of rivaled almost Marathon's biggest downfalls. It is insane. Boys, we have the impact. We are absolutely winning here. And needless to say, Slay the Spire, even though it has a lot of people in it, it has only 57% like. Which this is not going to be a problem for it, because people are going to see 500 biggest peak. You know, almost 600k biggest peak. 100 players, 100k still playing. Yeah, people are going to still buy it. People are not going to look at this. People are just going to be interested. And this is, by the way, a great thing. I think this score and this amount of people is going to lead people to actually wonder what the hell is happening. And when you're wondering what the hell is happening, you're gonna end up looking at the at some kind of Steam, the Steam Workshop or something like that, and you're gonna see this. You're gonna see this. And at some point, Valve actually may release these reviews because they're not currently counting this. Anita Sarkeesian, who worked on Slay the Spire 2 and is hated by gamers, is somehow not right review for a Steam game, and Steam's not actually taking this into account. I don't know. But as you can see, look at this. The 6th. This was technically it happened on May 6th. But, you know, it spilled. The real impact was felt in the next upcoming days. 7th, look at this. 3,000 negative reviews. 3.6. And then it tapers off. But my God, was this relevant for a long time. And people fought the fight, boys. Woo! Obviously. Absolute massive impact. And there you go. 4.2 million views. The tweet from Pirate Nation on May the 7th about Anita Sarkeesian being a part of Slay the Spire. And it all just escalated from there, boys. It was insane. And people are asking, what did Anita actually change? And at one point, I actually came across this picture. And I was like, this was in the... I saw this years ago. I remember seeing this picture years ago, and I was like, damn, son, nice. And then guess who came in? And guess what it became? And by the way, this is just what wokeness is in general. It's a cancer. It is a decay of society. It's a decay of the mind, and it's... First of all, it's something that demands that you do not look at life objectively. Like, look at this. Obviously, we see that this is way more attractive, way more feminine than whatever fucking Jabba the Hutt offspring shit this is supposed to be. Obviously, we all know that. But look at everything else. Look at the detail. This has so unbelievably much more detail than this. Like, look at it. It's crisper. It's better. It's more precise. Even though this is, I think, a rough sketch and not finished art even, and it's still just so much better than what we got. It is disgusting. Look at how little details there are. Look at the necklace piece. It's just... How does this even fucking fit around the neck? Jesus Christ, they almost like remade it into a mask because Jabba the Hutt can't wear necklaces because you don't know where the neck actually is. It is disgusting. And this has happened all through this. This is a video that was going to be for another day when we get to talking about Anita a little bit more, because Zoe and Anita are back on the menu, boys, if you did not know this. And I just want you to hear 6 seconds actually, of this.
There is always resistance to challenging the status quo. There's always resistance and backlash. So,
because the point of all of this is not to make a better product, obviously. This is not a better product in any way. The point of this is, well, one, obviously grifting and gaining money, because these people stand for nothing, they mean nothing, and they convey nothing. Their belief system is as non-existent as the things that they claim they like. And all of this is just about the status quo. You need to understand, this is not bad because it has anything inherently bad about it. This is bad because we accept it, because we like it. And everything that the normal non-woke people like is bad, wrong, and should be changed into whatever the fuck this is. This is what it is. This is also a nice one. Because there's a lot of people who don't understand still the impact of Anita, and there's a lot of people who blatantly lie because they're activists, and we're going to look into that in just a second. But for example, this. If you're actually not convinced that she's a grifter, I mean, you literally have this, for example. This picture is from an article some shill site wrote about it, how she's the best. This is like a 10-year-old picture or something. And This is the reality. This is where she claims she's a giant gamer, and this is actually the reality.
It's a soundtrack of one song, except I'm doing video games. So it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games. I actually had to learn a lot about video games in the process of making this. And also, video games, like, I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads, and it's just gross, so...
Elon Musk agrees, granted, on the second latter part. But, I mean, man, this person is antithetical existence to what we actually deem as good in terms of gaming, in terms of, you know, fun and culture and whatnot. And then you have things like this, blatant fucking stupid nonsensical lies. My favorite, by the way. A beast slay the Spire 2. Every one of these losers is trying to fucking green text garbage like this. Beast slay the Spire 2. One of the most successful indie games in history. They discovered Anita Sarkeesian's name in the game. People who praise the game now are trying to cancel it for being woke. Question mark? Yes! That's called having convictions, standards, and morals. Something that side will never understand. Their convictions don't even change with the tides. They change every nanosecond. It's disgusting. They repulse me. And then these people are... My favorite part about all of this is when you actually think about what these people are saying. This person is trying to imply that having morals, beliefs, and standing up for them is bad. Yes. This is why no one's on their side at the end of the day. This is why the counter-negative review mass up-liking achieved literally nothing, as always. Now, granted, here they did achieve more than typically, I would say. This is more than typically. But this is why, in general, they never achieve anything. This is why this is why, you know, other games like Marathon are collapsing, and, you know, whatever... Pick your Black Astronaut game that has come out in the last month that has collapsed. They can't win. They can't. But they are always gonna be here trying to ruin the things that we like because simply they get paid. It is what it is, boys, at the end of the day. But this was a massive win. Slay the Spire actually noticeably lost players and accelerated the decline of their playership, which I didn't think was going to be possible, because again, the normie amount is just insane on this game. And yet, when you look at the graphs, when you actually analyze some of this stuff, it is noticeable, it is there, and it's real. Anyway, thanks for watching, have a nice day. Subscribe if you haven't already, it takes less than a second. And like the video, it all helps in the algorithm, please do. I greatly appreciate all of you who do this, and it does help, so you do have the power in this case. So like the video right now, it takes less than a second, and have a nice day, bye.